morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Brand new week and very excited. Well, it's the first day of winter here in Australia. I know that people from other parts of the world do watch me. And yeah, so, I think I just went live then. I don't know. Good morning. First day of winter here in Australia. It's freezing outside. I know I'm in short sleeves. It's just that the house is nice and toasty, but it's pissing down with rain. And actually, the perfect time right now to be knuckling down and sow lots of seeds that we will reap in the spring and summer. So I thought, what a better thing to do than to launch and encourage you guys to take on a 30-day winter challenge. Okay, we were sitting on the couch last night with Stuart, and we were like going, "What am I going to talk about tomorrow?" He goes, "I can't believe," he says, "for all these like 4 or 5 years since you've been doing Monday morning live with Nat." He goes, "How do you come up with all this content?" And sometimes he helps me, and sometimes I come up with stuff, but it has to be. I said it has to be something that I'm interested or excited to talk about. It can't just be. I can talk about lots of things, but it needs to be something that really I'm excited about sharing. And so then he had a shower this morning, and it was still like 15 minutes ago, and we thought, what am I going to do about it? I just haven't had that boost of inspiration, as you know, writer's block, right, or content block in terms of what I want to talk about. And finally, as we were brainstorming like 10 minutes ago, he said, "Why don't you do some kind of like a?" I said, "It's the first day of winter. Why don't we like think about something, that related to that? People are more at their houses, of course, due to what's happening right now. You're at your homes anyway a lot more. But with winter really setting in here, I thought, yeah, let's do a winter challenge. So every day for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to give you guys 7 different things that you can do in each day moving forward. All right, so but before I do that, I'm going to, let's make sure everything that I can see here. I'm going to make sure, yep, that it's all happening live here. And I'm just going to share my live in the groups that it goes live in, and then we're going to get stuck into it because I've got it all set and organized. And I came up with the first 21 days of tasks, but I'm only going to share with you the first 7 because I don't want you to get into overwhelm and go, oh my god, there's so much to do. I just want you to achieve the first 7, and then we'll go through to the next 7. Hey Mo, great to see you. All right, just give me 1 second because I want to share this in a group. All right, here we go. Ultimate business support. Just do all my shares and then we'll get into it. So get a piece of paper out because you're going to have to write down what each of the daily tasks will be. And as I said, definitely highly recommend that you block out 1 to 2 hours. Sometimes these tasks may not take as long because you may already be on top of them, and sometimes they may take a little bit longer. But I strongly recommend that you go through each of them and make this a little challenge for yourself because I think it'll boost your business to a significant level and also make you like relook at different things. And you might want to then keep this task list. I've got one more share to do. You might want to keep this task list as a little thing that you refer to and go through every 6 months or 12 months, whatever it is for you. All right, I'm all yours now. I've done all my shares on the computer. All right, so 7 days, the next 7 days, what are you going to look at? And what is this winter boost challenge? So pull out, you will need to, first thing you've got to do is pull out your planner and go, 2-hour blocks in each of the days. Now, you may not want to do stuff on the weekends, and that's okay. If you don't, just tack on the extra task days on the other end of the challenge. So if you're going to commit to 5 days, the 5 tasks, then you're going to take the last 2 tasks from this week, put them on to next week, and so on until you reach those 30 days. Yeah. So 30 days may take you, 6 weeks versus doing 1 each day, which will obviously take you the month. All right. So this week here they are. Task number 1. So I'm going to talk about a task and generally the things to look out for to update or change or give you a little bit of an insight how to go about it. And then we'll move on to the next one. So the first task of the 30 tasks that we're going to unfold over the next 4 weeks is your website. Okay, so some of you may have a website and some of you may not have a website. So here it is. So those of you that do have a website, update it. So go through it and see the copy that's been written on there, is it outdated? Can you say things differently because you wrote what you wrote 18 months ago or longer, right? Is there new things, like you can see things that are there but they don't exist anymore, like old events that you might be promoting. Hey Luba, hey Adrian, sorry guys, I got I'm on this new way of live streaming and the comments go on the opposite side that I'm used to seeing them. All right, so please comment and make some suggestions, or just interact with me. I like talking back and reading some comments as I go along. Okay, so your website. So look at, is there any old events you're promoting? Have you not put enough testimonials on it, but you've got them? Could you upload them and have them live there? Is there some new stuff that you're launching and it's really not on there at the moment? So this can be different for different people. You might have someone who helps you with your website, or you might have like a login at the back and you can do all of these things yourself. So obviously, if someone helps you with your website, you want to rewrite everything in Word documents of what you want. And so basically, you're going to create all of the instructions and you are going to send it to your website people. Those of you that can manage it yourself, log into your back end of your website and start going over the top of it. And this is a really, really good thing to do every 6 months, minimum every 12 months, because things change all of the time. I know I've got two websites, writerbook.com.au and natashadenman.com. And I know when I look through it, something I go, some old stuff's still there. I need to adjust it. Now, for those of you who don't have a website, what I want you to do is learn how to create something very simple using places like Wix.com, W-I-X, or Squarespace. And I use my personal branding website I did myself using strikingly.com. I will pop these recommendations in the comments box after I get off the live stream. And so that way you can find them. So they have templates and it's plug and play, and right over the top of it, set up something, just have a bit of a go at it, because nowadays it is possible to set up a decent looking website even without needing that, full graphic design team or people who are, doing it super professionally, super high tech, and have functionality and all that, uber functional and sophisticated, which could cost sometimes upwards of $10,000 or more. So there is other alternative ways where you can do it. So have a bit of a play. It's all about playing. When we know weeks back, about 2 months ago, I did a live how to get good at technology. If you don't think you're good at it, and I encouraged everyone that playing with technology and just mucking around and just learning. Will this work? Click here, click there. It'll improve your skill set over a period of time. So task number 1 out of 7 that I'm going to tell you this morning is update your website. And perhaps maybe while you do that, every 6 months, I have this app that I use on my phone called Alarmed. And it reminds me when I need to do things like do like my little face mask every fortnight or every week or whatever. Payments I need to take from people, certain things like personal life kind of stuff, when I need to get my car service, when I need to go dental checkup or whatever. You can use that app and you can put in a task in 6 months' time, relook at my website, or in 12 months' time, whatever it is for you, so that you get into that habit of keeping things updated. So while we're on updating, I guess this week's theme, the 7 tasks, is all about updating and making sure everything is up to scratch and to the, created and looks, what it needs to look like today. All right. Task number 2 is your LinkedIn profile. Okay, your LinkedIn profile is your resume or CV on social media or on the internet. So it's really, really important that you have it you complete it really well. Okay, so you might already have done this recently, but here's another thing you can do if you have done that. See, I'm never gonna let you off like, oh yeah, I've done that. I can tick that off on my list. So if you have done it and you think it's fairly good currently, and you don't need to redo it, my next challenge to you is to look out for and ask for your network to give you recommendations on your profile. There's a really, really strong testimonials that other people read when they look through your profile and all that kind of stuff, and vice versa. You can offer other people that do give you one to do one in reverse. Of course, there's different ways you can ask for them. It's not just because someone was a client of you. You can vice versa give a recommendation of how someone was as a client. So there's many different ways why people can leave a recommendation on a LinkedIn profile. It's really great because it really does make your profile look super strong, and people can read about other people, what they have said about you. And this is it takes a little bit of effort for other people to do for you, but vice versa, if you offer to do it back for them, then you're both boosting each other's LinkedIn statuses and how complete your profile is. So ensure that your introduction stories engaging. Ensure that whatever you called yourself, like I my title there is Ultimate 48-hour Author, so it always kind of makes people stop and go, oh, what is this? So it's not just like coach, author, consultant, or whatever it is. Like, think of something that's catchy of what you're going to call yourself. That's kind of one really hot tip, because then people are kind of curious of as to what what do you do, and they want to read more. Make sure you have all your education, make sure you have all your prior history of what you have done, if you've got any publications. So I actually need to go in there and update like my books. And because I've released a new book recently, me and my VA, I haven't put that on there. So I certainly, by the way, guys, I will still do all of these things that you're doing myself, and I'll report in next Monday of how it all went. So I'll spend some time every day doing each of these tasks. So I want to look through it and make sure that it's like whiz bang. Again, similar thing as the website. Pull out your alarmed app, or whichever app you use to create reminders for yourself. And in 6 to 12 months' time, set another reminder to go, LinkedIn update, have a read through it and update it. Once you do this regularly, it's not going to take you a 2-hour block to get it done. I'm saying to put a 2-hour block for each of these tasks every day, because the first time around, it's most likely going to take you that amount of time. But later on, like when you're doing like just the rehash, like just look at it and see that it's up to date, I think you'll need a smaller period of time, maybe 15-20 minutes for some of these tasks to be completed and updated and kept regular. So number 2 is your LinkedIn profile, and LinkedIn has a lot more things to put on there versus any other social media platform. So you want to like just go through it thoroughly, and if you've received any accreditations or things like that, make sure that they're put in. I'm happy for you guys to look mine up and see what's there. As I said, I will update it myself as well, to make sure I've got the right things on there that are most current for what I'm doing right now. Okay, number 3, day number three is your Facebook profile. Okay, so it's updating. A lot of people don't actually do much on their Facebook profiles in terms of having the best chance for people to contact them. So they don't put their website in, they don't put their fan page on their personal profile. So I'm talking your personal profile, but certainly your fan page profile as well is really, really important. So on Facebook, you've got your personal profile and you'll have your fan page or business page. Sometimes people get confused. What's a fan page? What's a business page? It's the exact same thing. It's the like page, right? The like page. So on there, go in and go through everything it asks you. Like, there's so many things you can put on there. From letting people know where you're located, to where what your website is, to little short descriptions about what you do, to on your personal profile, founder of, and then your fan page could go there. So really open that up and have a look at it. But while you're there, also perhaps think about your settings as well. One thing that I have changed the last few years is not to approve, not to have a process of approving anything that I've been tagged in, whether it's a photo, whether it's a post, or whatever it is, because I don't want everything to end up on my wall. So I have this, I have set up my settings that I have to approve any tags or comments, all that kind of stuff around that. And yes, you might think, oh, that's annoying, then I have to go and approve it and all that. It doesn't happen all that often, and I can go decline or approve and go through stuff. So it just keeps everything nice and clean. Also, if you manage any Facebook groups, this is the time to look at what your rules are in those groups and maybe adjust the rules and the settings. Recently, in my secret groups and my big, so I've got 3 groups that I manage. I've got my secret high paying clients ultimate 48 alpha mastermind group. I've got my author your way to riches public group, and it's a closed group but it's public, and then the ultimate business support. So from 15,000 members, 2,500 members, and 450 members. In all of these groups, I have got a setting where I, as the admin, need to approve posts that are put on there, because what people do, especially in those public ones, is they put a lot of spammy posts, a lot of salesy posts, and every day I only let in 20% of posts that try to get put onto those groups, because I want to keep the integrity of the group high, as well as just make sure that it's valuable content that gets posted on there, and I can send feedback to those people to say, sorry, no external links or promotion allowed in the group, so therefore that's why I have declined your post. Good morning, Shan. Facebook, so you're not just looking, so this, I guess it's got 3 prongs. You look at your personal profile and make sure everything that you could possibly have on there you do, and that it directs people who like you and follow you towards the next things, whether it's your website or whatever you've got to offer. The second thing, you look at your fan page, your business page, descriptions and settings and all that kind of stuff. Make sure if any kind of privacy things you need to adjust. This is going back to the personal profile that you do. And the last thing is, if you manage any Facebook groups, that you look at the rules. Do you need to retweak them? Do you need to update your cover photo? Maybe that's something else that you can spend a little bit of time doing, is updating cover photos and just the content and the copy, and also settings if you want to really be able to manage your groups, so that stuff doesn't get put in. Recently, also, what I noticed in one of my ultimate 48 hour mastermind group, which is where all of my paying clients hang out, I noticed that the setting was that other people could invite other people into the group, and accidentally over the years 2 or 3 people who I've never worked with were in this group, and I went through all the members and I was like, I don't even know these people, what's happened? And then I noticed they were added by someone else, right? So then I worked out that in my settings, I have to approve anyone that's being added into the group. And recently that happened. Someone tried to add something into someone into my group who's not a paying client, and I actually said, this group is only for the paying clients. Alternatively, you can join the Author Your Way to Riches, and I gave them an alternative, and they understood what the group was about. So just kind of like, having that control over what happens. Luba, is fan page under the same profile, or you create a new one? First, I'm hearing about a fan page. Maybe I would have many more fans if I knew earlier. A fan page and a business page is that like page, Luba. So it's you create it, yes, through your personal profile. So you then, instead of create a group, you create like a business page or a fan page. So, but be mindful that your personal profile is always your strongest place where you get the most engagement. To get the most engagement and interaction on fan pages, you guys, most of the time you have to pay for Facebook ads, which is the only place you can run Facebook ads through is your fan page, not your personal profile. So for those businesses who don't or can't afford to run Facebook ads, their fan pages can remain very inactive, because Facebook only shows posts from fan pages that obviously people pay to have seen. It's not how it used to be. Now it is. Now it is very much. The benefit is if you're going to do Facebook ads. The reason we have 8,200 likes on our fan page is because we've been doing Facebook ads for 5.5 years. So that's why those likes have grown. Yet when we put organic posts, like there's such awesome value adding posts, but we don't get as much engagement, especially if not they're not paid to be boosted. Just so you guys know. All right, Luba. So number 3 task. Number 3. Okay, so this is day 4 of week 1, is create a marketing collateral item. So spend some time, either if you don't have a pull-up banner, create something like that for your business, or you might want to create a flyer or a little corporate brochure, like the 4-page A4 thing. So you need to spend some time sitting down and writing it and thinking about what you want to do. And then, of course, hire someone who can graphically design and make it super pretty, right? But it's up to you to sit down and write the words and have the images that you want put together in this marketing item. And then that's the thing you're going to hand over to a designer to help you make it look super professional. It always comes in handy, and always, you know, when you get out networking to events, if you do your own speaking gigs, it always really helps out to have those extra little things that make you look professional and give people more information about what you do, something that you can leave with them, not just the business card. But it is, if it is a business card that you need to update because you haven't really updated it for a while, definitely go for it and do that. I like to have I have little square. I don't have them. I don't think I have any around here. But my little business cards are square. I love to order them. I order them from moo.com, MOO, like the cow. And the front of it, it actually has my picture on it, and it has like a little tagline, I make you famous, and my contact details and all that sort of stuff. And then on the back, it's got a call to action. So make sure when you're creating, if you're creating a business card or anything marketing collateral, that you use every single square inch or square centimeter of space, you know, to be able to, you know, you're going to print them anyway. So you may as well have. So I have a lead magnet on the back of my business card. So it's a call to action to download something for free. You know, as a way. And then I've got lots of little book covers. Actually, I'm going to go get it and I'll show you guys so you know what I mean about it. Oh, hang on. It's not in there. I don't know. I've moved them around. I changed around my office when it was all offline to online, because I used to always go, yeah, I think I might have one in my little bag here. And I've got one. All right, here we go. All right, so that's the front. I don't know if you can see, but you can see my name, a little slogan, website, Ultimate 48 author, phone number, obviously email, two of my websites, my personal branding, my 48 author, and my social media icons right here. And then on the back, I've got the different book covers, and this is my old Ultimate 48 author logo. So really, I'm nearly, because I haven't used all of these up as yet, so that's why I'm kind of holding off on the next one. But I'm due to have it refined, because I've got my old Ultimate 48 author logo, and it's not that one anymore. And this course, my lead magnet that I've got offered here as well, is something that I want to change as well. So there you go. So I'm due to have something new updated, but I just wanted to use up all my business cards because the front of it, the contact details are accurate. There you go. All right. See, I'm even realizing stuff about myself. All right. So that's what I encourage you. So day number 4, create a new marketing collateral item. Maybe a new business card. It might be a pull-up banner. It might be a little A5 flyer. It might be a corporate brochure. I think I have one of those. May have here. No, I don't. I've put it somewhere else, but a 4-page big kind of thing, or one of those you know, those skinny ones that you fold 3 ways. You could do something like that. So create, you know, write the words, get the pictures, images that you're gonna want your designer to pull together, and then off you go and sort out some printing and things like that to get it all organized and in your hands, and do something like this. Do one extra thing every 6 months, and then you'll have a lot of your branded stuff that you create. And I've got a branded top. My branded top, that's actually the new logo, which you saw. It's different from what was on my business card. All right, so number 5, we go into decluttering. So we've got updating and decluttering this week. That's what we're calling this week, updating and decluttering. Number 5 is declutter your inbox. Okay, some of you might go, oh, that's not going to take me a block of 2 hours. That's going to take me weeks, because I've got 5,832 emails, or 10,000 or more. I've seen more. I've seen as high as 99,000 emails in one person's inbox once. And my biggest advice to everyone when I see something like that is, how about you got 2 options. You either select all, delete, and just literally start from scratch, and it'll feel amazing, because guess what? anything that's 20 emails ago, you probably will never look at, you'll never go back to, and you won't even hear a thing of. If you've deleted something that was super important where someone reached out to you, really needed to get back to them, guess what? If you don't get back to them, that person usually should be following you up if it's super important, right? So think about it that way. That'll happen. Or the alternative is look at your last 50 to 100 emails. And I'm sure there's a lot of crap in the last 50 to 100 that you'll get them right down to 20 that you actually need to respond to. Respond to them, delete all the rest, and start from inbox zero. And make inbox zero the way you live life. Just like you brush your teeth every morning, you will check your emails, you clear out your inbox, because I can tell you, I've lived in inbox zero all my life. At the end of every day, there's nothing in my inbox, and everything gets handled and cleared out. My whole team operates the same way. So you've got 5 people in this team that work and they don't have anything in their inboxes. So inbox zero is the goal. Now, some important emails you might need to keep. So you don't keep them in your inbox. You create little folders in your email system. So for us, we might have template folders. We might have accounting folder. We might have a client contracts and agreements folder. We might have some of all of that kind of stuff. That would give you a heart attack, Luba. No, you just do it. It doesn't give you a heart. It's the best thing, because you're never going to go back to it. Touch something once and deal with it and move on, right? And so then the important stuff, guys, you will as it comes through in the coming days, you will like for agreements and things like that, I just literally put it in that particular folder. My inbox stays nice and clear. When I need to access, if it's like, oh shit, I need to look up someone's agreement or an invoice or something that I've sent at a certain time, I'll just go to that folder, I'll search, I'll find it, and I don't have anything that is, I know that nothing is actually pending. Okay, so really important to have and operate at that level, because you'll be a lot more productive. All right, so that's your task number 5. Now the following one is moving on to decluttering your computer files. Okay, so we have a lot of files in documents or Dropbox and all that kind of stuff, and there is stuff that gets outdated. Okay, now this task is a little bit harder to do, and it will take longer probably than 2 hours, but you can make great headway in 2 hours in terms of going through stuff and getting rid of some old files. Another thing, not just your files, but your desktop. How much stuff do you have on your desktop that is sitting on there? I have seen people with like 150 to 200 files, and like it's full. My desktop has, at the moment, it's got 10 things, and I'm like already getting like, oh my God, there's too many. It's like literally black with my logo. If you can imagine this logo and a black background, and it's just got one line of files on the right. But I looked at them this morning and go, oh my God, that's getting like too much. And I'm already planning where, I mean, I know logically where they're going to go, but I don't need to access them right now. They're just like things that, I've been accessing over the last week that I need to quickly get, but that's it. They're moving away. So your desktop and your files. And I would recommend probably doing a 2-hour block once every 3 months, and then you'll make a really great progress on getting your files really nicely, neatly organized, and getting rid of stuff that is outdated and just taking up space on your Dropbox or your computer. So that's your task number 6. And your number 7 task is to declutter your office. Okay, so this is great for number 7, say being a Sunday task. If you like, and actually probably I've timed them. If you're going to do this 7 days, as I said, there's the option to do it 5, there's the option to do it 7. And if you don't do it 7, then you do the last 2 in the next week from Monday, Tuesday. But the last 2 tasks, which I said, declutter your computer files and declutter your office, a great weekend was if you're going to do it, because to declutter your files, you don't want emails coming in and all that. So you want like kind of like a space where, and on weekends, usually we see a significant drop of any communication. So there is that space to just do something and just not be interrupted. And then decluttering your office is a great weekend thing, because most of the time when would we tidy up or do stuff is mostly on the weekends. So going through each of your drawers, and as I said, that's why recently my mum and I decluttered the office, because when we went from offline to a lot of online, a lot of my offline stuff that I was accessing in my cupboard just here, I didn't need it. It was taking up space, and I actually needed a lot more online kind of tools that I was using at my seminars and events that I was doing online. So we kind of just moved in the back wardrobe the offline stuff, moved the online, and vice versa. We'll swap it around when it happens. But then we went through every single drawer and made some more room, because things build up, especially in your main drawers. Like I've got two main top drawers here. They just get filled up with the random things that come in. Like it's just a place to put it. So just go through that. And if you go through it regularly, it really is like I think an hour job, and then you move on. We move on to it. Okay, so let's summarize. It's 9:28. So these 7 days. So we've got the 30-day winter business boost challenge, which you are going to do every day for the next 30 days, or you're going to do it 5 days, have the weekend off, do 5 days, 5 days, and take 6 weeks to do it. This week was all about updating and decluttering. Okay, day 1 was updating your website. Day 2 was updating your LinkedIn profile. Day 3 was Facebook update of fan page, personal profile, and any groups that you manage. Day 4 was create a marketing collateral item, whether it's a business card, pull-up banner, or whatever it is. Day 5 was declutter your inbox and create those folders so you can file away important stuff away, but inbox is at 0 every day, like brushing your teeth. Day 6 was declutter your computer files and make that a regular thing. Download the app Alarmed or whatever you use to do reminders, because you want to set them for the next time you got to do that. And day 7 is declutter your office. Okay, so next week you're going to get 7 more, and progressively they're going to get a little bit more complicated in terms of the challenges, but because you will have done the previous ones, they will be the foundation to do the next ones. Okay, I'll report in also how I go on each of these, because I'm not just doing it for you, I'm doing it for me as well, because it's great to do a little challenge and to do it with other people. So do share how you're going along with it. Perhaps if you like it and you're not a member of the Ultimate Business Support Group, there is 15,000 members in there. I might post these tasks on there, and you can let us know like throughout the day what is going on and how you found it and how long it took you. Remember, 2-hour blocks, and focus. Get it done and get on with your other work, and just see how you will be able to boost your profile business and be all up to scratch. Yeah, let's use winter as the time to do these things. I don't know if you're on the other side of the world, it's in the middle of summer, and it might be more challenging because you're out and about a lot more, but let's see how we go. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and smash it out. Bye.